Hello, it's Prince Easy. And well, I don't even know where to begin, but let's just say there has been activity pertaining to yours truly. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go. So, this was the famous uh, sports show that was shown recently. And this guy, Asha, as I've said before, follow the colors, right? He is the prince, but he has become like Superman, right? He has become the super prince, right? That's why we have the exaggerated abs and the hands and all of that, right? Well, that whole show was just a ritual, brothers and sisters. Well, this is what's about. We talked about the lady in the red, right? That is Babylon, right? And Asha is the prince, right? How do we know he's the prince? I shall show it to you. Besides the obvious colors, right? The whole stage literally turns blue. Okay. So Alicia Keys, she is Babylon. Asha is the prince. Well, there's an important detail here. Look at his shoulder, Asha's shoulder. There are actually 3 stars implying general, right? And of course, during the show, he loses a grove. Okay, just like we talked about in the previous video, right? The Nazi hand. So along this show is just the prince taking the mark, right? How do you know that he's the prince? Because he starts on the throne, right? Wearing different clothes, but by the end of the show, he has become something else, right? And here is flaunting the devil horns. So it is just a ritual of the things that we have been talking about here over and over, over and over, over and over. This is just a show for one person, believe it or not. Whatever has happened to the world up to now is because of one person. Now you might have a type of feeling about it, but I have a responsibility to lay out the truth, and that's part of the truth, right? That's part of the truth. So whatever they do, and there are many, because their target is one, it's quite, their odds, they think their odds are high. That's why they keep doing rituals like this, throwing spells and all of this, so I can fall into their trap and basically become like a shadow of what I was. That's their plan. And believe it or not, these injections that they're giving you, they're part of it. Their effect on you and their effect on me, they are quite different. They're quite different. And that's what their ritual is, and that's what it's about, and that's where they are moving. They have shown it over and over, over and over, over and over. This time it's a arrow, this time it's a gunshot to the hand. I'm too powerful, right? They need to dethrone the one sitting on the throne. Dethrone. That's what they're planning to do, to dethrone the Prince of God. This is what this whole ritual is about, and that part of that plan is what they're showing you in this entire set of these two. You might look it up on YouTube. Literally, from beginning to end, it's all about that. They know who the prince is and they want to take him down, and they know how, supposedly. So last time we talked about two male animals raising a child. We didn't say it's impossible. If it's possible with humans, then it is possible with other animals. But hey, here they are again. They're watching. Okay, they have underlined that it's actually true that two men can have a child, but there is a problem. The male features will be exaggerated. You see, these people are liars. They don't tell you the full truth. They don't tell you the whole truth. They just tell you what is possible, but they don't share with you the entirety of the truth. And here I'm saying that it is possible. I'm not gonna disagree with them. This is what they think I'm foolish. But let me tell you the truth, right? Men and female have testosterone and estrogen, all of them, right? All of them, but in different levels, okay? In different levels. So if you want to transition, I'm using their terms, if you want to transition from one to another, they use that specific hormone. If you are a girl, then they use testosterone. If you are a man, they use estrogen. It is plain and simple, right? So this person, this baby here, will produce mostly testosterone. Okay, that's why I say the male features will be exaggerated. So at the end of the line, there will be monsters. The aggression will rise to the top. They will be ugly, because believe it or not, the strength of a woman comes from a man, and also the man's beauty and the appearance is because of the estrogen. Or else women will be too beautiful and the men will be too ugly. I remember I asked my teacher about this during secondary, believe it or not. During class, I asked, so what happens if the male, the estrogen is not in balance in women, or the testosterone is not in balance in men? Maybe too much testosterone in men and too much estrogen in women. What happens? Chaos. That's what happens. Chaos. Okay? Even the womb itself, it becomes hostile. Okay, let me just not go there. But I'm not foolish, yo. Okay. I think I've said enough. I think I've said enough. But they made a big fuss about it, and I'm just here to tell you the reality of your situation. Mr. Madam. You are here with this Mr. Yeah. But really, you're just, to them, you're a tool. Okay? I've been consistency. My consistency is information and correct information. And to them, you're just a tool to get to me or to disrupt whatever I'm doing. And you have to think of it in that perspective. They are literally obsessed with me. I don't have nothing, but that's not it. My appearance has nothing to do with who I am. So I'll keep you informed to the best of my abilities, but at the end of the day, the choice is yours, because believe me, as their time runs out, the more desperate they will become. And right now they seem pretty desperate. Of course, they have to tie the two. The jab, and of course the mockery. Alright? The mockery. The fascist mockery. And of course, they had to have the blue. And I know, if you look at the names, Nikki Haley, they have something to do with yours truly. That's why she is in that color. And that's why Trump is in that color. Because Trump is the woman in red. He says we are a special case. Are we an exception, or do we need special attention? Now, I don't know, you choose. But remember, a snake's tongue has two. Yeah. Of course, we're gonna see more of these, because it's wartime. And change of regime is not sustainable to a war. And believe me, whatever is happening even there is pertaining to me. These things can happen because they don't even know that they're in Babylon. You know, that's the problem. So I may have a lot to say about this, but this is the level of desperation that we're dealing with right now. This is the level of desperation that we're dealing with right now, right? So from a military standpoint, right? You don't talk about a plan that you haven't initiated and had successful results to the masses, which or to any public situation where your enemy it's basically giving your enemy an advantage. It's the equivalent of that, right? So you need to ask yourself, why is this experienced man, this mercenary, a renowned mercenary, I might add, a famous, so this is a direct threat to yours. That's why they called him out at this particular time. Okay, you should look at the founders One of the founders is this guy. The other guy is, his name is basically the House of the Scribes. And this guy, his name is Erik Prince, and he comes out and he gives this statement provoking Africa. What do you think he made this statement? Do you think it was in any way tactical? They are threatening. Who are they threatening? The whole of Africa? That's absurd. They're threatening me. They say we have to put on our imperialist hat and we are gonna have to use force. So they're gonna say whoever's gonna stand between them and me is gonna get put down. So you can do whatever you want with that information. But this is why this guy came out and said it. And for you who are watchers of my videos and consume the content that I give here, when you saw this, you immediately knew this is what it's about. And it's exactly what that's about. So in the span of, I don't know, a week, all of these three things have happened. Well, let me say this. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea to kill a prince, to harm a prince, to even talk back, even bad about a prince. It's a terrible idea. And you have made all of these plans, you and your warmongering bodies, because there will be no Iraqi war, there will be no any type of war with you out of it. This guy was like the guy in the war on terror. And this guy comes out and says this. Ora.
Kweli umepoa. Utatokea hapa au?
Nakuja. Poa. So something is afoot, and that something is me. So this whole show that you're seeing right now, the war over there in Ukraine, in Gaza, it's all of them working together to achieve that goal. Now, you see, I don't even know what to think of this. It's a weird situation. I don't have no point of reference. But anyway, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But I'm just here to tell you the truth. I'm just here to show you what they're actually trying to say. And it's creepy. It's creepy. And whatever is happening to the world right now will not make sense without these words coming out of my mouth telling you that this is what is happening. To everybody else, they made this about a political thing, or they made it about them and Wagner, they made it about, but it's not really about that. And they have this guy, one of those controlled opposition. Look at what he's wearing on this shirt. It's not even the correct spelling for blue. Why is he the controlled opposition? Look at the thing on his black star. He's a black star. The black star is on top of his head. Satan. So here you're not getting really any type of information. They have to make it public because they can't address it to me directly. It has to be like a general threat. They don't want to make me popular and things might get out of hand. It relies on you people being over there far away from me. This whole plan relies on that. So you decide, is what you're doing now helping them or helping me? Because the threat is real. Even this here. That particular hue they chose. You see, I know things. And they do know things. A lot of secrets, apparently. And to me, the sun is not just a sun. The sun, to me, it's like the angel that went over there in the sun and me are like connected. In many ways. So when they claim I don't know about solar flares, and I have seen those solar flares, and I have seen what they can do, and trust me, the world has not seen what the solar flares can do, my guy. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes what these flares can do. And they do nothing to me. They're highly dangerous. They do nothing to me. But to others, now I don't know what determines who and who gets harmed. That's out of my control. But I know I'm connected to it. So paint the sun, they want to paint it black, they say. That's partly to weaken me. You see, these plans, they have plans and they have secrets and they have information that they have kept from most people, actually. They have kept from most people. And the more we fight, the more they reveal themselves. Like, I'm shocked, like, every time, like, sheesh. Like, what? But, you know, God intervened for me. That's what I can say. No person, and I know people, no person will be talking like the way I'm talking if they endured the same thing that I've endured. All of the things, all of them combined, it's enough to break any person I know, including myself. But somehow I'm just together. And there's no other explanation, you know. God is real. Let me tell you that. God is real. You know, these people are wealthy, these people are powerful, they have influence, they can literally do anything except something from me. Now, I can say it's like many things, but it's so connected to me. And like I said, I don't know how I feel about that exactly. You know. So yeah, that was the idea of the founding of this nation, to help the fallen angels and the legion to fight the Prince of Judah. So yeah, these were just updates. I didn't even make this up, people. These are things that literally happened within the span of this 3-4 weeks. Some of them, you know. This is for a long time, you know, 12 days. This is the oldest. This 4 days. That 12 hours. That 1 day. That 5 hours, you see. 5 hours from the day I took the screen grab, right? February 11th. So this is the most recent. Most recent. So yeah. So Zion, you have a situation in your hands, and I can't really help you. I can just give you the truth, and you can decide what you do with that truth, right? But it has to be put out there. You know, some of you might say like, this might even result to endangering your life, but you know, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is, you know. That's what I say to it. I've seen stuff. I've experienced stuff, people. But you know, let me not digress. Prince Easy, love you, signing out. Bye.